choosing a new association management system. I mean, it's one of the biggest decisions you'll make, right? Get it right, and your organization is set up to fly. But if you get it wrong, you're looking at years of frustration. Today, we're putting Remember's AMS under the microscope to give you the clarity you absolutely need. Hello, I'm a digital marketing associate here at SmartThoughts. We're a software advisement firm that helps associations and nonprofits make these kinds of tough technology decisions. Now, our goal today isn't to sell you on this platform. It's to arm you with the right questions and the right insights so you can decide if Remembers is the right strategic partner for you. So, here's how we're going to break this all down. We'll start with a quick snapshot at the platform. Then we'll dig into its core strengths. After that, we'll look at the trade-offs, because let's be honest, every platform has them. Then we'll turn the tables and give you the key questions you need to be asking your team, all leading up to our final section on making a really confident decision. All right, let's start with the 30,000-foot view. What exactly is Remember's AMS, and who is it really built for? So, what are we looking at here? Well, Remember's AMS, and you might actually remember it by its old name, Impexium, is what we call an enterprise-level platform. Its whole reason for being is to solve a massive headache for associations: disconnected data. It's designed to bring your financials, your member data, and all your day-to-day operations under one single roof. And this slide tells us exactly who Remembers is trying to serve. At SmartThoughts, we classify it as a Tier 2 solution. Now, what does that actually mean? It means it's definitely not for small shops. This thing is engineered for the kind of complexity you see in mid to large associations, typically those with annual budgets north of $3.5 million. You can think of it as being in the same weight class as big names like MemberSuite and Personified Trade. Okay, so now we know who it's for. Let's get into the why. What makes this platform a contender? This is where we look at the core strengths of Remembers, the areas where it really shines. There are 4 big things that really define this platform. First, its unified solution suite, and this is a huge deal. Second, its mobile-first DNA. Third is its truly comprehensive enterprise functionality. And fourth, it has some really deep integrations with other best-in-class systems. Let's unpack what each of these really means for you. You know, this quote from their CEO, Paul Edelman, really nails their whole philosophy. The platform isn't just a database. It's about tightly weaving your AMS, your financials, and your CRM together. The big strategic goal here is to finally tear down those frustrating walls between departments, which, as you probably know, is a massive pain point for so many organizations. This brings us to another key strength: a modern architecture. I mean, being mobile first isn't a bonus feature anymore, it's table stakes. But here's the smart part. Remembers doesn't try to be a jack of all trades. Instead, it focuses on integrating deeply with best-of-need platforms. Think Slate for complex events or Maple LMS for learning. So you get that top-tier, specialized functionality without creating a new data nightmare. Okay, but let's be real for a minute. No single platform is perfect for every organization out there. So in this section, we're going to look at the strategic trade-offs. And I want to be clear, these aren't flaws. They're just crucial factors you have to weigh. The first big trade-off is integration versus flexibility. With Remembers, you gain a powerful pre-integrated suite where everything just works together from day one. It's a huge plus. The trade? You're giving up some of that infinite customization you might get if you piece together a dozen different systems yourself. You're really buying into their ecosystem. And the second trade-off is power versus simplicity. You're gaining an engine that can handle some incredibly complex stuff. But powerful engines need skilled drivers, right? The flip side here is a potentially steeper learning curve for your staff. This isn't just a software purchase, it's a real commitment to training and change management for your entire team. Okay, so with those strengths and trade-offs fresh in your mind, it is time to turn the lens inward. These are the tough questions your leadership team absolutely has to answer before you even think about booking a demo. First step, how much pain are your current data silos actually causing? How important is it for you to have one single vendor, one point of contact for your core operational systems? Is that a top-tier priority or just a nice-to-have? Next, you need to be really honest about your team's bandwidth. Do you have the time, the resources, and the internal champions to make sure your staff can actually master a powerful and kind of complex system? Remember, adoption is every bit as important as the software itself. Think about the tech you already use and love. Are there any mission-critical platforms, like a sophisticated LMS or your event software, where a deep, seamless integration is an absolute, non-negotiable deal breaker? And finally, take a good, hard look at how you operate. Are you juggling complex membership tiers, multiple chapters, detailed certification tracks? Does your organization truly need the horsepower of a Tier 2 solution to run smoothly? So once you've really wrestled with those questions, you're in a much, much better position to make the right call. Let's pull all these threads together. Look, let's be crystal clear. Remember's AMS is a strong, powerful platform. There's no doubt about it. But whether it's the right fit for your association, that's not a given. It all comes down to your unique organizational structure, your plans for the future, and your specific day-to-day workflows. And this right here is probably the most important thing I can tell you. In over 20 years of doing this, I've seen it happen again and again. A great association picks a powerful platform for all the wrong reasons. They get wowed by a flashy demo, but end up regretting that they overlooked the exact kind of trade-offs we've talked about today. The stakes are just too high to get this decision wrong. So if you're sitting there feeling that sense of informed uncertainty, you can see the potential, but you also see the risks, well, that's actually a great place to be. And that's exactly where we can help. Book a free 20-minute consultation with our advisors at SmartThoughts.net. We'll help you cut through the noise and figure out if Remember's AMS truly aligns with where your association is headed.